Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Engine Shed. Had a very special day today. It's almost like Christmas is coming here early here at the channel, and I've had some pretty special things arrive on the post. And to keen-eyed among you, you can probably see in the background there that there is a brand new controller, and that is indeed an ESU ECOS. Something that I've wanted for such a long time, and I managed to pick one up on eBay pretty cheap for about 750 Australian dollars. So, you know, when you see something like this on eBay for that sort of money, you don't pass it up. You got to grab it. And so I did. So this one came from Germany. Most of them do. And yeah, within a week of purchasing it, it was here. So very, very impressed with that, which is why it's always a good idea, and it pays you always to have a look around and see what's out there, see what's cheap. So 750 Australian dollars, so that's about 420 British pounds, something like that. But I'll be doing more videos about the ECOS in the coming days, weeks and months. My experiences, how to use it and optimize it to the fullest potential. But today, not even 2-3 days after receiving the ECOS, I picked up something else. Well, I purchased this about a month and a half ago, which is the, I guess you could say, companion to go with the ECOS, which is the ECOS Mobile 2 Control. And here it is. Just move the mouse out of the way, keyboard. So there we are. The biggest problem I had, I wanted to do an unboxing video of the ECOS, but the problem I had with that was quite simply that the bloody thing's too big and I didn't have room on this desk to do it. And as you can see around here, the desk has been changed and modified. The layout's over there. I've got the computer set up here now, which is good. That's how I wanted to set it up, so that was taking up a lot of my time recently. So now that's all sorted, we're all good to go. And this is where I'll be doing my video reviews from now on, where there'll be locomotives. Not even a week ago I did a review of a Whiskey Model 1720 class. And what my aim is to do going forward is to review the locomotive, but also to open it up, show the internals, show you how to install a decoder into it the best way I can, and hopefully that helps you guys out. So unfortunately at the moment, because I've bought these two things, I don't really have the money now to buy any nice locomotives, but something coming in the pipes is a Dapol 68. I've pre-ordered one of those. The second run of those was announced about a month ago, and I missed out on the first run. So now that the second run's been ordered, I've ordered one of those, and hopefully that's going to be coming very, very soon. But anyway, let's get back to the Mobile Control 2. So this particular one is the ESU 50113 Mobile Control 2. Now there's two variations of this. This particular one is the more common of the two, but there's also 50114. The difference is that this one comes with a it comes with its own Wi-Fi broadcasting unit. So if you don't have Wi-Fi in your layout or anything like that, it's going to be a problem, particularly if you have an ECOS, because the only way you can connect an ECOS to a PC is via an Ethernet port. So you can connect an Ethernet port directly to your computer, but that creates problems because then you can't use something like TouchCab on your iPhone. You can't use the network, you can't update the firmware unless you've got a Wi-Fi connection in some way, shape or form. So I had to do some emergency, well I wouldn't say emergency, but I had to do some network upgrading of the layout and indeed around the house. So what I ended up doing, and because I'm in a tin shed, the signal in here is quite poor. So I went down to my local PC store and I picked up one of these. This is just a little Netgear N300 range extender. Really, really simple to set up. You just plug it in, you push a button, and you push a button on your router, and hopefully everything works together. So you can see there, the antenna on the top receives and the antenna on the bottom broadcasts. So it just repeats the Wi-Fi signal in your house. So I couldn't actually get a Wi-Fi signal over here at all until I bought that and set that up. So now that's done and set up, everything's honky-dory and everything's good to go, which means I can now use this without any problems, and I can also use TouchCab and all the other various bits and pieces that go with it to make the ECOS such a versatile controller. But anyway, let's crack this one open. Now, like the ECOS before it, this box is actually quite sizable. I wasn't anticipating it to be that big, but that's okay, we'll make do. So pretty standard ESU packaging. Comes in a plastic sleeve, plastic shroud. This pops off. I should point out too that this one that I bought off eBay was actually second hand. This is another eBay buy, yes I know, but this is where you get the cheapest stuff from. The manual looks like it's in German, but anyway. So here's what I'm talking about. The 50113 comes with this little unit here, which is a little Wi-Fi broadcasting unit, and they supply you with an Ethernet cable like that. So this one end goes into the back of the ECOS, this end goes into this unit here, and it's got a little 5-volt power supply that goes onto there, and it broadcasts its own Wi-Fi signal. So it's basically a mini modem router, but it's just for the ECOS. So it's nice, but we don't really need it because I'm using the home Wi-Fi of my house to do all that work. So if you're in the situation where you don't have Wi-Fi on your layout, this is a good solution. So 5113 is probably the better option. If you don't need this, you can get the 5114, which doesn't have the unit as far as I understand. But anyway, so all the bits and pieces, you've got your Ethernet cable, USB-C charging cable, so this is just charged, you can plug it into your computer, which is handy. Little 5-volt transformer for the broadcasting unit. Won't actually need that, so I'm not going to take it out of the box. I don't actually need the Ethernet cable, so I'll leave that in the box as well. Nice touch, we get a little lanyard, so that's just to attach, and of course the main unit. So this is basically a throttle that is pretty much hooked up to an Android phone. So, you know, this is exactly the same sort of throttle that's over there on the ECOS. You hook it up via Wi-Fi to your ECOS. Your ECOS will produce its own IP address, so you program that into this, and then they cooperate together quite happily. But yeah, generally speaking, it's quite heavy. Good 750 grams at least right there, but pretty simple. We just turn it on at the top like that, button on the top. It does use Android, so we'll just let it load up. And basically what you do is you go through and you program through all your details, and it automatically hooks up to an ECOS provided the Wi-Fi connection is there. So you hook up to your Wi-Fi, you plug your ECOS into your Wi-Fi adapter or Ethernet port, and this will go through and find it by itself. It doesn't need to be things. So anyway, while that loads up, just a quick look at the ECOS. This is marvelous, this thing. I've just started going through looking at just how much I need to do, but you can see here the controls are much better. We get a much more realistic operation. I can achieve a great deal more. It is quite big. It is very big, it's very heavy, so make sure you've got enough room if you ever want to buy one of these. Highly recommend it though. I've only just scraped the surface on what this thing can do, but just as an example, I should use a little stylus here. Just as an example, you know, you've got your accessories, so I've programmed all the mainline accessories for the top, and I've started programming all the accessories for the bottom as well, but I can't show you them now. And of course we've got the layout map. So that is the mainline map of the layout to date. We've got the 2 entry points over here, so if I just tap on that, you can hear the click. And it's as easy as that. Now, one thing I will quickly point out, you don't want to turn this off at the wall straight away, because unlike old Deco locomotive controllers like a Hornby or something, if you turn this off at the wall, it'll lose any stored data. So the proper way to turn one of these off is to simply hold the stop button, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll see this screen say shut down. You may now unplug your ECOS. And that's the way you have to shut these down, because if you turn it off at the wall, it'll lose all the data, it'll lose all the information about your accessories. I've done that twice. I couldn't figure out what was going on, but I went through and programmed that entire map of the layout, which you can see there, 3 times, and when I turned it off at the wall and came back the next day, I realized that there was nothing there. So long as you turn off your ECOS the proper way like that, you should have nothing to worry about. Just quickly back to the mobile control. Okay, so it's booted up. It's just a pretty basic little Android device. So It's already connected to my Wi-Fi, which is great. You just hook it up to your, and the app for the ECOS is right down in the bottom right hand corner, so it's already ready to go. And it'll just go through and search for an ECOS on its own. So it comes up, select command station, no command station found. That's just because I've turned it off. But anyway, that's how easy it is to do. It goes through. I'll be doing another video on this very soon, showing you how to use it and load all the maps up and all that sort of stuff. But for now, that's all I've got. Just a quick little update on the new toys here at the engine shed and at Castle Hill. So until next time, until the next video, which should be very soon, I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you later.